What is happening? What are we doing? Are we okay? Like, how is any of this okay? Hey y'all, welcome to the channel or welcome back. Today is Friday. There has been so much going on all of this week. Of course, there's always something going on. That's a lot happening lately in general. But the last couple of weeks have just been very disturbing. Are aware by now what happened on Wednesday with Charlie Kirk. Also had another individual, I'm trying to be careful with what I say on here, that was, he lost his life. He was a motel owner and someone actually decapitated him. I'm sure you can find the article. We have had the situation here, right here in North Carolina, right down the street from me in Charlotte, where a young lady was, she lost her life to an individual on the light rail after just getting off work. And there have been mass shootings that continue to occur. And there was one that happened on Wednesday as well at another school. So it's like, where are we in America? How safe are we? Again, you have this young lady that lost her life. Just a young lady came from Ukraine to get away from the war and things like that. Had been here a couple of years with her family, her mom and siblings, and working a job. And she gets on a light rail to go home, and she was just learning how to drive as well, and she loses her life. So some of this is a failed judicial system as well. I will go ahead and say this. I will not be surprised if North Carolina is next on the list after the other cities that have been, spoken about to have the National Guard come in, specifically Charlotte, because I will say that Charlotte, there is something that is happening every single day in Charlotte. Every single day that I turn on the news, there is something happening in Charlotte. There's always a shooting. And again, I know the news is just going to focus on like the bad stuff because the news doesn't tend to focus on anything positive hardly. But still, with that being said, I know for me, it seems like there is always something going on in Charlotte. A young lady came to America for a chance at a better life and to get away from war. And ultimately, she tragically loses her life, in that country that she fled to, hoping, for safety and just to live, a better life. We have the gentleman who was a hotel owner who, has lost his life, and he ran for his life before this guy caught up to him with a machete and took his life. We have another school shooting that has taken place, and I just feel like you can't send your kids to school, right? Like, so when I was growing up, I feel like the school shooting, I must have been, I guess, in elementary school when the shooting, the first like school shooting happened. I hate to say it like that, y'all, but because there's just been so many school shootings since then. But, the one that I feel like kicked off everything, again, forgive me for my wording, you guys. But I was a kid when that happened, and I just feel like so many things have happened since then. The world has changed. It continues to change. I feel like people have become so immune and just accustomed to hearing about school shootings that when you hear about one, there's not a lot that happens. Like, it might be in the news for a day or so and that's it. And it's just like a matter of time before the next one happens. I know a lot of parents are moving towards homeschool, more so like in the last year or two, and there is a difference between homeschool and like doing public school online through the computer. So you have your homeschool where, the parents are actually doing the teaching and, they might even be a part of a co-op. And then you have, like I said, virtual online school that's still public school. And, parents are transitioning, for many reasons. They might not agree with what the kids are being taught in the school system. Some of this is for safety, but I think we're going to be seeing more of what, people transitioning away from the school system simply because what's happening when you send your kid to school, it's like, are they safe anymore? Not even from, people that would come to the schools like an intruder. It could be a classmate. Like, I think I just read the other day where there was a kid 13 or 14 years old that had a whole arsenal of weapons and like idolized like, the massacres and like the school shootings. So it's like, what is happening? Like, what is happening in our society that this is happening? 13 and 14-year-old kids. Even the guy that took Charlie Kirk's life, this kid is 22 years old. So at 22 years old, like taking a life, regardless of whatever age it is. Like, just taking somebody else's life is insane. Just to think that a 22-year-old would do something like this. I have a kid that's 22. He's about 23, but still I have a kid that is 22 years old, and I can't see it. So again, as a society, where are we? I don't know if we need to, I don't know what the answer is. Sometimes we have youth that are committing these violent acts and crimes. You know, youngins, 12, 9-year-olds. I'm sick of all the violence. I'm just sick of people that can't get along with each other. Like, we are so divided as a nation, as a country. This is just so sad. Like, I hate this for, like, the future, like, for the kids of the future, like, to see that we are such a country that is just divided. Like, people have let, you know, I feel like once upon a time it was religion that divided people. Now it's politics that have divided people. Like, when are we going to say enough is enough? I was watching a press conference today, and one of the things that stood out to me, the guy was like, you know, people need to get out and touch grass. Y'all, we really need to touch grass, and I promise you, it's one of the best things you can do. Like, I have a youngin that actually grounds himself. Again, I'm no doctor. I'm no, you know, homeopathic person that knows, like, all natural everything. But y'all, touching grass and just being out in nature, just soaking up this vitamin D is one of the best things you can do. It can help you, like, your mind just reset. And just being outside is just so great for you. You just reap so many benefits from being outside. Just stepping away from, like, your phones and your devices and your computers and, like, social media in general. I just don't see things getting better anytime soon. And sometimes I wonder if this is going to cause even more division between people. I will also say that yesterday there were quite a few HBCUs that were threatened. The Naval Academy had a shooting as well. I think it was somebody that was formerly in the academy. But again, we had those HBCUs that received threats. We just should not be this divided. I feel like love thy neighbor is going out the window for so many people. You know, even just scrolling on social media, just the hate that I've seen behind, you know, and sometimes you'll read the comment section, and the comment section is so doggone disturbing. It's like, do people really think like that? At this point, do I even want to be outside my house? Do I need to just stay in the house? And I'm just saying that to say it. I don't really mean it, because I definitely don't live in fear. But it's like, my goodness, like, you never know what the person next to you in line is thinking, or, you know, what they're going through. And if we can all just be a little bit more kinder, maybe we can start by doing small things, just small random acts of kindness, you know? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, you guys. I am tired, like, physically tired. I'm just exhausted, and I'm mentally drained. And I don't know if it's because all that this is happening, or just, I mean, I'm just tired in general. I don't know why I've been tired like the last couple of weeks. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling, how you're doing, like, I guess mentally, if you guys feel comfortable sharing that. Please take care, stay safe, please watch your surroundings, just be aware, and I will see you guys in the next video.